Okay, we're at it again. I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. Let me take this out. Okay, I am proud of myself. How's everyone doing? I am Sharjay, your fabulous therapist. Fabulous therapist. Alrighty, so much for playing. We're looking at boundaries today. Okay? You know me, this is just this look, we gonna look at this like it's just as plain and simple. A lot of times that we don't have boundaries. The reason is that we don't have boundaries. Why do we not have boundaries? More than likely, it is because of, could it be our boundaries was violated at one point? Could it be that we grew up in a household with enmeshed families? And when I say enmeshed families, I'm meaning like everybody is in everybody's business. Um, Aunt Susie calls Aunt Nancy and tells everything, and just everybody business, and that's just how it is. It's so enmeshed, and that's why it's so enmeshed. That could be dysfunctional at times, and it could be a big boundary violator. Okay, so this is what we're discussing today. I want you to like, share, and subscribe. And let me just tell you a little bit about me. I am sure I am the owner of Cultivating Minds Counseling Group. I'm here. This is a platform is to educate people on mental health in efforts to break the negative stigma that is related to mental health. That's what we're doing. All right. And let me tell you, get ready for May the 15th. May the 15th, y'all. With just one moment. No. May 16th. May 16th, we got the Hats Brunch and Mental Health coming up. It's just a educational community event that I've put together with my church, Baker Zion Church in Asheville, Alabama. It's coming up May the 16th from 11 to 2. And it's just us educating the community on mental health and substance abuse. Come out here, speakers. It's a brunch. Wear your hats, wear your fascinating hats. Just do it all. So look for those pages, like on Facebook and things like that. All right. Now let's get going with our healthy boundaries. Okay. Let's just read some of this, and this is coming from psychology. One thing about what I'm doing here, you don't have to look it up. I already looked it up. I'm just going to bring it out to the community. It says, remember to guard your privacy and abide by our. Oh, did I not abide? Oh, okay. Let's see. Did I not abide by? Live chat. Abide by. Community. Not video, no friend. Maybe somebody come in here yesterday or something like that, and maybe that's what happened. But no, I'm not. All right. I am Sharjay. Once again, your fabulous therapist. But anyway, let's get going. Let's go over some little things here. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial for maintaining personal well-being, and fostering respectful relationships. Okay. Sometimes when we feel not respected or disrespected, we could become resentful, and that is because we teach people how to treat us. Okay. How people treat you, how people treat you is how they see you. How you allow people to treat you is a reflection of how you see yourself. Now, you see what I said? How people treat you Got it? How people treat you is a reflection of how they see you. How you allow people to treat you is a reflection of how you see yourself. With that being said, let's move right along. Setting healthy, unapologetic boundaries offers peace and freedom, while life was previously overwhelming and chaotic. Setting healthy boundaries will give you peace and freedom. And don't be trying to over explain why you're doing this and why this and that is happening. No, no, no. You're gonna be clear with that boundary. You're gonna set that freaking boundary, and you're gonna. And I don't care if a million people come beg you. Da 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 da. Change, change, change. No, my plate is full. Check back with me in 3 weeks. 3 weeks to a month. Not going on then, and then I can see if I can take that challenge. But for now, my plate is full. Then another thing too, and I heard, and I hope this don't cause any ruckus, but I heard Ricky Smiley say, "I'm a fan of that morning show. I love the bread, blah blah. I'm just a fan. Okay, I'm just a fan." Oh, I heard Ricky Smiley say this, and ever since I heard him say this has been about 3 or 4 years ago, and ever since I heard him say this, it's something I've used in my groups. It's something I've used in my and how I help people for their boundaries. I say Ricky Smiley says that he does not answer his phone. You have to text him. I love that. You have to text him, right? Right. So meaning he said when you text me, and he said I intentionally maybe come back. Don't quote me on this, but I maybe come back in 2, 3 weeks, a month, and say, "Hey, I seen where you text me." They be like, "Oh yeah, I'm done now. I done paid that car note. I don't need it now." Okay then. That's exactly why I don't answer. That's exactly why you have to text. I love that is something you probably can start implementing. You don't have to answer that phone every time that thing rings. I'm just saying. I am just saying. When with practicing assertiveness and self-discipline, boundary setting can support us in creating the life we want, one that we will truly enjoy, one that is a flourishing one. Consequently, boundaries are at the heart of self-care and must be considered a right and need rather than a privilege or nice to have. So what I'm hearing is when people say, "What do you do for self-care?" Guess what you can say? I set boundaries. So let me read it again. Boundaries are at the heart of self-care and must be considered a right and a need rather than a privilege or nice to have. So that's a need. I'm skipping all the way around, guys, okay? Then on this same article that you all can pick up, it says understanding what unhealthy boundaries look like. So let's see what it says here. Boundaries are vital in our relationships, but particularly in work settings where examples might include, okay, I'm not taking no more clients right now, no more than 6 clients a day. That's it. So if someone come up to you with all these excuses about, they want to see you or whatever, and you take them on, that means you have allowed your own boundaries to be violated. Don't get me wrong. It is some exceptions. No calls after 7. Okay? Excuse me. I did just eat lunch. So this is it. This is a lunch and learn that I do every day. I try my Friday. So, with that being said, When I say no calls after 7, you call me at 7:05, I'm not answering. But the moment I do answer, I have allowed Suzy Q to run over my boundaries. And guess what Suzy Q gonna do next time? If Suzy Q feels like she wanna call at 9 o'clock, she's gonna do it. Because guess what? I did it to myself. I said 7 o'clock, and that's what I should have stuck to. That's what I need to stick. This is a lot of times how we have a hard time communicating with our own children. And our own children have a hard time communicating with us. No work emails on Sunday. Now, I set that tone. Don't call me after 4 o'clock because you don't pay this bill. So don't call me after 4. I get off at 4 o'clock. No more time. I get off at 4. Okay? That's it. Call me in the morning, 7:30. No less than 4 weeks. 4 weeks of vacation a year. No less. You know, sometimes we have so much vacation time built up, right? We have so much vacation time built up that we don't take it because the job demands so much. Or, oh man, I got more bills than I got money. Whatever. What you think gonna happen when you done work yourself down to the bone, stress yourself out? Tell me about that. Okay? Tell me about that. I'm just saying. In our personal and professional lives, boundaries help us honor our natural rhythms, supporting a balance between work and leisure time. And they create the space needed to engage in activities that feel and refresh us. So look, put in the chat what feels and refreshes you as far as your leisure activities. You know, how do you get your balance? Following will help set and maintain boundaries within families. So we own the families, okay? While it's a source of great support and comfort, they can also be challenging due to past conflicts and misunderstandings. Setting and communicating boundaries helps people move forward from past issues and create relationships. That is like the number one go to, the number one thing. Okay? Visualizing your boundaries, number one. We're going to help create healthy boundaries with family. Picture the limits we set ourselves in family relationships can help us define what we do and do not accept more clearly. What is the non negotiable for you with your family? So we visualizing your boundaries. That's number one. The visualizing trees helps create a picture that capture what gives us energy, what leaves us feeling drained, and makes us feel stressed, uncomfortable, or unsafe when we connect with relations. Do anybody family members drain your energy, make you feel stressed, make you feel uncomfortable, and feel unsafe? We need to set some boundaries. Number two, state what you want. Don't be trying to over explain, like I said. State what you want, how you want. Be clear. Be clear. Because in the end, this only going to lead to your happiness. Perhaps because we have grown up around our family, we often don't see the boundaries that are needed or state what we do and don't want in our relationships with in the state what you want part. Let's look at that part. Begin by identifying and reflecting on your values. Then, when dealing with a complicated relationship situation, state your preference and needs using the following. I'd like to, and this is part of the assertiveness part of this application. I'd like to, I'd prefer to, I'd rather, I want to. Okay? That's part of your state what you want. Those are some examples you could use. Number 3, setting boundaries with family. Inevitably, in families, issues arise and boundaries can be damaged. Problems as they appear is critical to maintaining healthy dynamics and reducing frustration. We reflect on situations that occur within the family and how you can choose to respond. You can go to that example. You discover a family, just say example, we're going to go over this example. How would you handle this in reference to the boundaries? You discover a family member sharing your personal information with other relatives and friends. I told you in the beginning, Aunt Susie calls Aunt Nancy. And honey, they know everything about everybody in the family. They have to call and report to each other. Who has family members like that? Let me say it again. You discover a family member is sharing your personal information with other relatives or friends. Your preferred response, here it is. I've heard that you have been sharing some of my personal information with others. I want to keep certain things private, and it's important to me that my privacy is respected. Let's agree to keep our conversations between us, or please ask me if you think you should share something. I love it. But we know that's not how it goes. We're going to say, I heard what you said. That's how it goes. But I just gave you the rundown what it should be like. If you didn't get it, rewind it back. Okay. To plan the most appropriate response to your challenging situation, think about setting boundaries with your family. Think about these. You want to set the boundaries. Okay? Think about it. This is why we want to set boundaries to keep down confusion. All right? So I hope you got something out of this boundary work. I'm going to end up stopping this video because I'm not sure what I did. Nobody come on. That's strange. Nobody liked. So I'm thinking I may be in the wrong mode. I think I am. Think. All right, guys. I don't know what happened. It's still showing 0, 0. It is asking me saying start a poll. All right, guys. I won't keep you this long. All right, guys. I won't keep you this long. While I go through here and read. But I am Sharjay, your fabulous therapist. Of Cultivating Minds Counseling Group, where we get to the root of the problem one session at a time. See you next time. See you tomorrow. Uh-oh. I figured out a way. I gotta get more tools to start cutting this thing on and off.